Our lives have two guarantees. We're going to die and we're going to pay taxes, especially when it comes to paying property taxes. Let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Vito Scarnecchia with the Avatano Group, powered by Compass. Life definitely has two guarantees. It's not the pursuit of happiness. It's not the pursuit of success. It's not anything outside of the fact that one day you and I are going to die. Hopefully not on the same day. And you are going to pay taxes. And when you're a homeowner, you're going to pay lots of taxes, especially if you live in Santa Clara County. So first, death. As morbid as it sounds, it's always smart to have a plan. And, I've gone through it a few times within my family, and I've done it with a lot of my friends who've seen their parents pass on, and tell you it is so much easier when you have a trust in place. And if you have questions about it, you can watch this video here and learn a little bit more about it. So if you own a home, definitely want to have a trust. If you have lots of assets, you want to have a trust. Otherwise, it goes into probate, and the lawyers and courts get a big portion of it, and it really doesn't help your family, your heirs. All right, enough of that. Get a trust, period. Go today. Don't say I'll do it tomorrow. Call somebody up today and do it. And again, watch those videos up there. You'll understand a little bit more about it. All right, so the real purpose of this video is taxes, or more specifically property taxes or real estate taxes. And in Santa Clara County, we pay more than our fair share. I can tell you that right now. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on. We voted for Proposition 19, which takes away Proposition 60 and 90, but Proposition 13 is still in place. And there's a lot of supposition, and even the experts and the people that wrote the laws really don't know how it's going to affect us. So there's propositions and suppositions. And as we dig deeper, as we learn more, we're going to share that information with you. But there's certain things in place still to protect you as a homeowner or a landowner. All right, so if you're a homeowner, or even if you rent, believe it or not, you're paying property tax. Because if you're paying $3,000 to your landlord, part of that goes to paying the property taxes. So you're paying property taxes one way, shape, or form. If you're wondering how much you're paying in taxes outside of the bill, or want to learn a little bit more about what you're paying, so there's some great ways to find it out. You can go straight to your tax bill, which you get twice a year, and it's due December 10th and April 14th or 15th. I can't tell you which one because I don't really care. So I don't have to pay it. My wife pays it. But if you want to know specifically how much you pay and where that money's going to, you can look at your tax bill. Or if you don't have it handy with you, you can go online and Google Santa Clara County Tax Assessor and enter your address. Or you can go to the website here written down below, sccassessor.org, or whatever it's called, sccassessor.org. And you type in your address and it'll give you your information right there. You have to actually dig in a little bit deeper. There's a little link on the top right above where you're paying, and it says tax bill. And that'll give you your full on what they send you in print tax bill. You can actually pay it all online if you want to. Now, so just as a matter of practice, I wanted to take a little bit deeper dive into how much money I'm paying and what I'm paying it for. So I actually called the tax assessor and I had them explain to me every little penny that was going on that I was paying. And in California, we have this thing called Prop 13, which means you pay at the most 1% of the assessed value. And your assessed value can only go up 2% over year. So I bought my house 18 years ago, and I want to say that my assessed value is something like $879,000 and change. And I have a homeowner's exemption, which you're allowed to apply for. And that's a one-time deal. Well, you only have to apply for it once, but you get it every year. That's $7,000. So I pay an assessed value of $872,000 and change. So you would think that I'm only paying 1% or $8,720, but I don't, because over time, we as a community have voted ad valorem taxes and special assessments. So I pay, I want to say upwards of $13,000 a year. I hate to laugh about it, but it's true. 1,000 of that goes to pay for my garbage for the year, which apparently we voted, or maybe they did it like overnight session and they voted it in for us because it was more convenient to the city so that they didn't have to, you know, make that route payment. So really we're paying about $12,000 a year, so about $1,000 a month to property taxes and special assessments and etc. And if you look at the B-roll that's coming over right now, you'll see that there's a ton of different little percentages that you're paying, and it's all those things that go to help pay for the schools and the water and the bug or vector mitigation, or bugs and when we call vectors, we're calling like rodents and raccoons, etc. But it's epidemic here and it doesn't really help. So if you're buying a house, you ask your realtor, well, how much am I going to be paying? You don't really know. You can go to the assessor's office and plug in that information. But if I were to sell my house today, the information my buyer's going to get is going to be for $872,000. When they buy my house, let's call it 1.5 million, just in case, being conservative or not, I don't care. Their taxes are going to jump up. Their assessments are going to jump up. So they can't just take my number and say, oh, that's my tax. Well, it's not going to be like that. Proposition 13 disengages for me once I sell my property. Once it transfers title to another person, that property, my property, would get reassessed. So it would get reassessed at 1.5 million, let's call it, and it would probably double. I want to say, maybe another $6,000 or $7,000 it would go up. So keep that in mind when you buy houses. When you look at the property assessment, or the assessed value of that property, that's from when they bought it plus 2% over year over year. All right, so the assessed value that you're seeing and that tax bill that you're seeing is just for my house and in my specific area, for my school district, my, I guess, zip code, my city, and my county. I know for a fact that I have a friend who lives in Santa Clara City, and his house is, I want to say, 700 or 800 square feet smaller than mine, yet it's $200,000 or $300,000 more expensive than mine, and he's paying $2,000 to $3,000 less. Good or bad, that's just the way Santa Clara City maintains their business. That's how they attract more people, and it's a more efficiently run city, but it's also a smaller city. It's smaller by maybe 10 or 20% of what the population size of San Jose is. And because we have such a huge metropolitan area here, San Jose being the center or the hub of Santa Clara County, we get tasked with doing a whole lot more. Helping out homeless, housing affordability, we pay more towards schooling, etc. So it's just kind of a fact of life when you live in San Jose versus the outskirting cities or towns like Campbell, Los Gatos, Cupertino. They're going to be a little bit more efficiently run because they have less square footage, they have less police. So when you go to buy a house, understand that the numbers that you're looking at as far as taxes are being paid right now, that's not what you're going to be paying, because prices are going up, sales prices are going up, so will your assessment. Take that into consideration. You can do an easy, rough calculation of about 1.3% all in if it's in San Jose. If it's in Santa Clara, it could be closer to 1.2. If it's Morgan Hill, it's probably closer to 1.2. And if you have any questions, you're very welcome to ask me. I'm not a tax professional. I can't give you tax advice. I can only point you in the right direction to get the right answers. I have tax professionals that are ready to help you out, but you're also very welcome to call any tax assessor in any county that you're going to, and they'll help you understand this. This journey actually started out me looking at South Carolina and Georgia and Florida because I wanted to figure out what mill rate meant. So roughly speaking, when you're looking at just raw taxes, South Carolina, Florida, and Georgia are about a third less in taxes. So you're paying, your calculation could be about 0.66 to 0.7, depending on the county and all that other stuff. I'm not adding in ad valorem taxes. I don't know how to calculate that. That would be a conversation that I have with agents that I know there, and I am planning on having some videos that talk about cost of living and taxes and schools, etc., industries, etc., with agents all over the United States. So make sure that you subscribe down below, and when those pop up, you can take a look. All right, if there's any other questions, shoot me a call or text me or mention a comment down below. Do me a favor real quick, take 2 seconds and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit the like, the little thumbs up, and the little bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos.